Up, Eagles Nation? It's your boy, the Green Wing Man, coming for you and this cold Sunday evening. And I just got done finishing the Eagles game, watching it as the Eagles beat up on the Chicago Bears, 31-3. Fantastic game as always. Again, a little bit sloppy as the game started from, and I was a little bit worried about that with a couple of mistakes and a couple of fumbles. But other than that, it was a really good game. I really didn't expect anything worse from this team. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, not the Cowboys. Wow, that's it. We beat them. We beat them last Sunday. I mean, the Chicago Bears. Let's be honest. This team was just inept. Trubisky, I don't know exactly what this guy's going to be as a quarterback for the Chicago Bears, but at the end of the day, we knew that guy was not going to be able to throw the ball. That it was just not happening. He's a young quarterback who just basically had 13 snaps leading into. He's only had like 13 snaps. I think that's what I heard. So he hasn't had a lot of time being quarterback from I guess from college all the way up to the NFL. So I mean I don't think anybody's expecting Trubisky to be a world beater, especially in that spot. A lot of it was dink and duck. A lot of it was hopefully trying to get your running backs going, which then again was basically shut out for 6 yards. I think I want to say through pretty much the first half. Basically, the Eagles defense basically did not give this team a first down until the second half. That is incredible. That's a very good defense when you're just not giving NFL teams. I don't care if you're a bad NFL team. NFL teams at least were able to convert on first downs, and the fact this team was able to stop a NFL team from not doing that just shows that this Eagles team is very legit. That as Eagles fans, we've already sat down and known that. I'm just gonna go through the scores. So I'm just gonna go through a little bit of box sheet. Carson Wentz was all right here. 23 for 36, 227 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, especially all. The man has been money through the red zone throughout this entire season. Yeah, this man is pretty much in love for Pro Bowl, and pretty much for the most valuable player in the NFL. That's not stopping this guy at the moment. This guy's just been money right now in the red zone, and the guy continues to make incredible veteran NFL passes. This dude has just been a one-stop army. To sit down and kind of go through the Butler Garrett Blunt, not bad. 15 carries, 97 yards, was average 6.5. But the man also had 2 fumbles. Well, LeGarrette, man, you should be really good. And I think I'll give a little bit props to the Chicago Bears on their defense on that one. I think they noticed in the weakness that LeGarrette Blunt is the type of bruiser back who just wants to go and sit down and who just wants to kind of keep going and pounding. So the fact that we're able to sit him and stand him up and be able to punch that ball out of his hands the first time, I thought was really well clever. So I'll give the Chicago Bears props on that defense for forcing that fumble. That being said, he needs to sit down and clean that up. Because that's not going to be great going into Seattle. There are also another running back, Jay Ajayi, only with 5 carries, 26 yards, was an average of 5.5. Almost had that big, nice breakaway run speed for a touchdown. Fortunately, you're just starting to know that Jay Ajayi is a very good running back. However, he doesn't seem to have the speed to finish up and get these touchdowns, man. Which unfortunately was fumbled into the red zone. Luckily, was picked up by Nelson Aguilar, which was his only touchdown in this game. Corey Clement, actually, out of all the backs, seemed to have the most decent game. Didn't do much, had 4 carries, 26 yards. Also, was a carry of 6.5, so he did a little bit better than the average in Jay Ajayi, which was actually pretty impressive. Moving on to our wide receivers, our tight end, Zach Ertz. Welcome to the 100-yard club, right? The first person to get 100 yards on this team, man. which just kind of just shows you the beauty of what Carson Wentz has been doing. Everybody's just been getting the love from this guy. Again, he's like Oprah, man. He's like Oprah giving out cars to people, dude. Everybody's getting everybody's getting touches from this dude. And even if you're a running back and you're not really in the play, if he sees you open, you better be ready to get that ball because he's gonna throw it to you. So yeah, it looks so good. Like 10 carries, 103 yards, average 10.3 and a touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, we thought this was going to be the big Alshon Jeffrey game, so he can finally kind of get payback to Chicago Bears. Wasn't a big, huge game, but been pretty good nonetheless. 5 catches, 52 yards, average of 10.4 and 1 touchdown again. So looking good. Also enjoyed the lovely celebration over there with the bowling. I was kind of finally happy to see when was someone going to do the bowling strike, and we finally got it in this game. It took us a while, but we finally got it. Also, Nelson Aguilar, like I said, only 3 catches, 32 yards and 10. And again, the touchdown was coming from the Ajayi fumble. Yeah, but other than that, it was a very, very sloppy game started. Um, it was just very uncharacteristic of this team right now. But even the fact that this team, had a very sloppy game, just kind of just shows you that if the offense hasn't been looking good, the defense has really sat down to step it up. So it just kind of goes to show you that the defense is legit in this league. Even though again we did sit down and won the game, again this is I mean, I guess hopefully this is not a developing pattern of fatigue, but this is again has been now a second time where the offense has started off very, very slowly. They haven't looked crisp. They're just making a lot of inept moves that they haven't made all this season. And again, I mean, like I said, I'm very happy as an Eagles fan, but you can. I don't want to say that you don't want to start worry, but but maybe you're starting to fear that maybe a little bit of fatigue is starting to creep in for this team to try to keep up, and they will have to sit down to keep up if they want to get home field advantage, because again you have the Saints right under your toes. You have the Rams, which are two teams actually. I think at the moment they're sitting around playing. At this moment, depending on how fast I get this video up, and then you also have the Vikings that won on Thanksgiving Day against Detroit. So yeah, man, there's going to be a lot of pressure put on the squad, man. Other than that, it was a great win. The Eagles came in and did what they needed to do. Now we head for the Sunday night football game next week against Russell Wilson in the Seattle Seahawks that are basically missing the Legion of Boom at the moment. But other than really good game, again, a little bit sloppy. This again, second time they started out a little bit slow. Hopefully they get that stuff cleaned up. And I know Deuce Staley is going to go hard on those running backs to make sure they're not fumbling the game. Because again, even though you are going to go up and play against a Seattle team that is missing a lot of their key people on defense, if you play that sloppy, I'm pretty sure that defense will sit down and capitalize. So there's at this point we got six. This Eagles team has 6 games left. There's just no more time to play around, man. It's time to get to work and try to get this first round seed and lock up the NFC. All right. Other than that, that's kind of my opinion on the game. Tell me what you think. I would love to hear your opinions down below. Right next to I also have a Twitter page, Green Wingman, and I also have a Facebook page. And sit down and check that out, and please join. Until then, this is one and only Green Wingman signing off. Fly Eagles fly.